Hey there, and welcome to the Call to Cinema, a very special Halloween edition of the Call to Cinema. Not just a Halloween edition, a Halloween versus episode of Call to Cinema, and not just Halloween versus, but Halloween versus Friday the 13th. Not the films, not the franchise, but the sets. So I have here both the out of print Halloween Scream Factory set, and I have the Friday the 13th set that is still available if you got 180 clams Canadian to pay for this at your local Walmart. I'm not quite sure how much you pay online, but it's going to be interesting. So what we're going to do is not just look at the films that are in the set. We are going to look at the features. We're going to look at the aesthetics of both of these sets, how pleasing they are, and I'll even probably mention some of the things that I wish was in the set. Now, the one thing that I wish I could do was do a three-way versus between Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Friday the 13th in amazingly incredible box sets, but unfortunately, Nightmare on Elm Street does not yet have that incredible box set. So, because it's Halloween, Friday the 13th is going first. No, we'll go with Halloween first. It was the first one to come out. The Halloween set came out in 2014, if I remember correctly. And it shocked everybody because nobody thought the Halloween set could be made because so many different companies own the rights to different films. So this was a big set coming out. And this is a 15-disc set. There are some big milestones in here that we'll look at. But first, let's look at the aesthetics of the box set itself. The box set is, of course, smaller than the Friday 13th one. There's less films. But we have here this picture of Michael Myers. This is an iconic picture from the first film. We get the classic pumpkin on the back, and we get the Myers watching again from the first film. So it's really the first film that's most represented here on the artwork from the set because it is the iconic one. So let's start looking into these and see exactly what it has. So first off, right out of the gate, we got a book for Halloween, and the book is actually pretty cool. It runs around 42 pages, 44 with covers, and pretty much it's got writing with Michael Gingold on here. Halloween the Night He Came Home, and it goes through all of the different Halloween films that are in the series. We start off with the first film, which is, of course, an incredibly amazing, iconic classic, and that is Halloween. Tagline: The Night He Came Home. So really, really dig this film. Feature-wise on here, we got a lot of great stuff. We got a commentary with co-writer-director John Carpenter and actor Jamie Lee Curtis. We got a new commentary on here as well with director of photography Dean Cundy, editor Tommy Lee Wallace, and the Shape himself, Nick Castle. We get The Night She Came Home featurette talking about Jamie Lee Curtis. We get On Location 25 Years Later featurette. We get the TV version footage of the film, theatrical trailer, and TV and radio spots. As well as on a second disc, we get the audio commentary with co-writer-director John Carpenter and actress Jamie Lee Curtis and co-writer-producer Deborah Hill. We get a featurette, Halloween: A Cut Above the Rest, theatrical trailer, and TV and radio spots. So this is actually a pretty amazing one. HD transfer was done by Dean Cundy, and why is there a second disc? Because we need it, because there's lots of cool stuff on both of these discs right here. We follow that up with the second one, and I love the second film, and that has, as you can see, they're using the artwork here like the original artwork for the posters. We're using the black cases, which will become more kind of synonymous with with both these sets here and of course 4K discs nowadays, and these here would be upgraded to 4K, at least the first 5 will. We get audio commentary. We get 2 audio commentaries, a theatrical and television cut of the film, with footage not seen in the theatrical version. We get The Nightmares Are Over making of the film, Horror's Hallowed Grounds, which is actually really good. Deleted scenes with optional audio commentary, an alternate ending with optional commentary, and you look inside and you can see the 2 discs for the film right there. Already, it's pretty loaded with stuff. Can't really complain with the stuff that's going in there. We get to the third one, and of course 2 and 3 were the very first two releases that Scream Factory ever put out. The first Scream Factory disc was Halloween 2, and the next one was Halloween 3. And here it is right here. So basically, these are just giving over stuff that was already in the disc before. We've got an audio commentary with the director Tom Lee Wallace, meant to a director by this time. Standalone, the making of Halloween 3. We got Horror's Hallowed Grounds as well. Still gallery and theatrical trailers. So this is pretty much just, was covered before. We come next to Halloween 4, one of my personal favorites in the series. And we get this was originally put out by Anchor Bay. We get a audio commentary with actors Ellie Cornell and Danielle Harris. A different audio commentary with Dwight H. Little and author Justin Beam. And theatrical trailer, so not a lot on there, but don't worry, we will come back to this one when it comes to feature-wise. The discs on the inside are pretty much standard. Nothing really stands out with interior artwork on the disc so far. Halloween 5, the Revenge of Michael Myers. I want to do a really in-depth look at these one of these days. We get Don Shank's commentary. He's the guy that played Michael Myers in this film here, and as well as author Justin Beam. We also get an audio commentary with director Dominique Othen-Girard and actors Danielle Harris and Jeffrey Landman. We get Halloween 5 on the set, original promo and theatrical trailer. Again, this one was put out by Anchor Bay initially, and that's why it seems a little bit lighter on features, but we will come back to that, so put a pin in that one. We followed that up with the one that most people were excited about getting because it had only ever had a crappy version. If you had the original theatrical version of this, you probably had it on VHS, or if you somehow managed to get the producer's cut of it, it was a really bad version that was bootlegged like crazy. So this is Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. Now this is where they load on the features for this, and this is one of the key shining points in this set. Whether you like the movie or not, the fact that they were able to do this and do what they did with this is pretty friggin' incredible. So we get the brand new audio commentary. It's going to be all new features here because this has never been put out before, except for a couple things, archival things. But new audio commentary with the director. We get Jamie's story, an interview with original Jamie actress Danielle Harris. New The Curse, talking with producer Malika Akkad and Paul Freeman. Look at the film's cast with actresses Maria O'Brien and J.C. Brandy, the one that took over from Danielle Harris as Jamie Lloyd. We get here The Shape of Things, a look at Michael Myers' murder man with special makeup effects. Artist, the late John Carl Buechler, Brad Harden, and actor George P. Wilbur, one of the two actors that play Michael Myers in this film. New Haddonfield Horrors, Sights of Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers with director of photography, production designer and director of photography, the second director for the additional scenes. Got new Full Circle, an interview with composer Alan Howarth, an amazing composer, by the way. If you picked up the Severin release of Retribution, you got a score from Alan Howarth there. New cast and crew tribute to Donald Pleasance. I'm sure probably done some Joe Chappelle on there. Archival interviews and behind-the-scenes footage. Behind-the-scenes footage, approximately 30 minutes. Alternate and deleted scenes not present in either cut of the film. Teaser trailer, Halloween 666, The Origin of Michael Myers. Theatrical trailer, TV spots, and a stills gallery. Oh my God, is it ever packed with stuff. I was slightly disappointed by the fact that they just used the same artwork on both of the interior discs, but that's a minor gripe at best. Next up here we have Halloween H2O, the return of Jamie Lee Curtis. And why? Because, well, watch this one. You'll find out why. So on this we got a new commentary with director Steve Miner and Jamie Lee Curtis, moderated by Sean Clark. New making of Halloween H2O, which is actually pretty incredible to have on here. Got some vintage interview and behind-the-scenes footage, as well as a theatrical trailer. And again, it is a one-disc little set right here. But we followed up with the film that for a while I thought was going to kill the franchise, and that is Halloween Resurrection. Not as bad as you think, though, guys. We get an auto commentary with the director and editor, alternate endings, deleted scenes, the headcam footage, basically everything that was on here before. No real new stuff added in for Halloween Resurrection. I'm thinking that because they thought, okay, there's not very many fans for Halloween Resurrection, so let's not do much with that. Again, these are these eco cases. I know it's environmentally friendly, but they kind of annoy me. But again, that's a small gripe. We follow that up with the Halloween by Rob Zombie. Like it or hate it, it's probably the best of, not probably, it is the best of the two Halloween films that he did. There are some neat features on here, though. This is unfortunately only the unrated director's cut, which is the by far the worst cut of the film. The theatrical cut of this film is much better. The deleted scenes with optional commentary, alternate ending with optional commentary, bloopers, the many faces of Michael Myers, reimagining Halloween, meet the cast, casting session, Scout Taylor Compton, screen test, theatrical trailer, and the very best thing that is on this disc and is on this set right here for these Rob Zombie Halloweens, and is better than the actual film itself, is a 4.5 hour making of Rob Zombie's Halloween, and I gotta give him credit for that. That is really good. The least watched thing in this collection for me is Halloween 2. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna try and watch all these over again during the Halloween season. Probably gonna start with the later ones that I haven't seen in a while. I am gonna watch the Rob Zombie ones again. I do keep trying to keep an open mind and hope that I'm gonna like them a bit more this time around, because I am always of give movies another chance, especially when it's something that I like this. We got an audio commentary with Rob Zombie here, deleted and alternate scenes, audition footage, makeup test, blooper reel, Captain Clegg and the Night Creatures music video, Uncle Seymour Coffin's stand-up routine. So not a lot of really good stuff on here until you realize there's this. So there's a second disc on here, and that disc is the Halloween bonus disc. So what exactly is on the Halloween bonus disc? Well, so I'm going to find out, and that is that book that I showed you at the beginning. It says everything that's on the Halloween bonus disc, and we are going to look at that. So as I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you some things that I wish were on the original in the set. I wish they would have put the theatrical versions of Halloween and Halloween 2. It would have just taken up, maybe 1 or 2 more discs to do that. Didn't have even put more features on there. It would just be nice to have the theatrical ones. I know I'm not much of a Rob Zombie fan when it comes to the Halloween things. I like Rob Zombie, just not Halloween films. But it would be great to see the best version of Halloween, the original, which I do tend to have a bit of fun with, especially the way that it was done. Feature-wise on the bonus disc, well, here we go right here. And we got John Carpenter's Halloween, the extended version in HD. TV inserts are in standard definition. So this is John Carpenter's Halloween, the one with the TV scenes. I really wish that would have been put on the bonus disc at the beginning, but that's all right. We got a featurette, Halloween Unmasked 2000, which was from an earlier release. And remember when I said that Halloween 4 and 5 didn't have much in them because they were the Anchor Bay discs, and there was actually a sort of a sound issue with one of the discs originally. Well, right here on the bonus disc, we get a new making of for Halloween 4 with a bunch of people, including most of the actors who were in the film, and a new making of Halloween 5 here as well. We get new interviews with makeup effects artist Tom Berman on Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, new episodes of Horrors Hallowed Grounds for Halloween 4, Halloween 5, and Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, along with a longer cut of the episode that originally came out for the first Halloween, and that was shown on the Halloween 25 Years of Terror, which I wish was included in this set as well. We get Horror Hallowed Ground, a fan edition, a special episode shot with and for fans as he board a tour bus during the 35 Years of Terror convention. Like I said, that 25 Years of Terror thing would have been really awesome to have on here. We get Halloween 3 Season of the Witch radio spots, photo galleries from Halloween 4 and Halloween 5, and that's it. And man, that is definitely enough. That is some great stuff on here. As always when it comes to these here, there's always going to be films that are a bit weaker on each of the sets, but we're not really going on the films, or not on the films mostly. We're going on the sets and what's in them and what they include. Here we have the Friday the 13th set. So let's look at this one. As you can see, it has all of the Friday the 13th films right up to the kind of the reimagining, reboot, pseudo sequel type film. And on here, what I do like about this one is, aside from getting the iconic hockey mask right there, we get a kind of a mural type picture from all the films. So it's not just one film getting represented on here, but all the films are getting represented as well. And there are, of course, 12 films, which seems a shame because, it's time to get a 13. We start off with the original artwork, poster artwork, by the way, for for Friday the 13th, and it is gorgeous. Feature-wise, we get a new 4K scan of the OCN on here, both the uncut version and the theatrical R-rated version of the film, which for the longest time you could only get the theatrical version of it. Auto commentary with Sean S. Cunningham, screenwriter Victor Miller. I guess those guys wouldn't be in the same room nowadays, would they? And author Peter Bracke and more. Fresh cuts, new tales from Friday the 13th, the man behind the legacy, Sean S. Cunningham, theatrical trailer, TV spot, radio spots, and still gallery. When you open it up, you can see the 2 discs here, the theatrical and uncut version of the film, where you can choose which one that you want to watch. We follow that up with and you can see they've gone to white cases now. We've gone to Friday the 13th Part 2. This is the original poster art for this one. We get a new 4K scan of the OCN, Inside Crystal Lake Memories, the book, Friday's Legacy Horror Conventions, podcast interview with Amy Steele. That's actually really good. Theatrical trailer, TV spots, radio spots, still gallery. This is one of my favorites. I wish there would have been more features on here. And as you can see, or you probably can't see, but I probably should be pointing out to you, there's alternate artwork for a lot of them. So it's alternate artwork for Part 1. And there is alternate artwork for Part 2. Nothing to write home about for Part 2, but still, good artwork to have. You follow this up with Part 3, which is known for being Friday the 13th Part 3D, but either didn't have 3D most of the time, or it just wasn't very good 3D. This one goes all the way. Not only do you get this in 3D, but you get this in really, really, really good 3D. And here it is, Friday 13th Part 3D. We get the 4K scan of the original film negative and a new 3D transfer audio commentary with actor Larry Zerner, Paul Kretka, Richard Brooker, rest in peace, and Dana Kimmel. Fresh cuts, 3D tear, Legacy of the Mask, theatrical trailer, TV spots, and still gallery. For those that have this one from earlier, you'll remember that we didn't have a lot of features with this one, and here's the alternate artwork for Part 3. And yes, this is Blu-ray 3D, so you do get real 3D in this one here. And that is a big plus for me. You follow this up with what is considered by some one of the best in the whole franchise. It's the introduction of Tommy Jarvis, and it is Friday the 13th Part 4. Again, we get the original artwork for Friday the 13th Part 4 on here. We got new 4K scan of the OCN, audio commentary by Zito, Barney Cohen, and Joel Goodman. Fan audio commentary by Adam Green and Joe Lynch. Slash scenes with audio commentary by Joseph Zito. Jason's Unlucky Day, 25 years after the final chapter. The Lost Ending, theatrical trailer, stills gallery, and more. And always remember, the and more is actually pretty cool. We do get an alternate artwork for this one as well, but it's more of like a text art. But the fact that they're putting in the extra time to do alternate artwork, and by the way, when I say this alternate artwork, I don't mean just for this is the back of this one. This is the back of it with the alternate artwork. There's every time there's alternate artwork, the back is different as well. So you're not getting the pictures on the front being different, but the pictures on the back of the discs are different as well, which is actually really, really cool. We come up to one of my favorites, and that is Friday the 13th Part 5. A lot of people said, well, we want a different poster for Part 5. I actually really like this one. I love the fact that the tagline's here. If Jason still haunts you, you're not alone. Feature-wise on this one, we got new audio commentary with Melanie Kinnaman, Deborah Voorhees, and Tiffany Helm. We get another audio commentary with the screenwriter, the late Danny Steinman, actor John Shepard, who played Tommy Jarvis in this and did an amazing job, by the way, and Shavara Ross. Fan audio commentary with Adam Green and Joe Lynch. New beginnings of making Friday 13th Part 5 a new beginning. Lost Tales from Camp Blood Part 5. The Crystal Lake Memories Revisited Part 2. Those are things I've been following throughout. And yes, you do get, again, alternate artwork. And it is text art, but it's still worth showing you guys right here. So as you can see, first I will show you the front and back artwork right there, as you can see. And here is the interior front and back artwork. As you can see, it is different even with the pictures on the back. We follow it up with, again, arguably probably one of the most popular Friday the 13th films ever made, and this is Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, done by Tom McLaughlin. And I will do reviews on all of these again down the road, like some more in-depth reviews, because I would love to do reviews of the discs themselves with all the features. On this one is loaded, by the way, loaded to the gills with stuff, as my grandparents would say. We got a new audio commentary with C.J. Graham, who played Jason in this one, Tom Matthews, who played Tommy Jarvis, Vincent Gustafaro, Kiri Noonan, and Cynthia Cania. We got a second audio commentary with writer-director Tom McLaughlin. We get a third audio commentary with Tom McLaughlin, Vincent, and Bruce Green. We get a fourth audio commentary with Adam Green and Joe Lynch. See, I told you there's a lot of stuff on here. Jason Lives, the making of Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. Lost Tales of Camp Blood, Part 6. The Crystal Lake Massacres Revisited, Part 3. Meeting Mr. Voorhees. That's an alternate scene. Slash scenes, theatrical trailer, and still gallery. And do we have different artwork in here? We don't, actually. We do have interior artwork, but it's not change or uncover. It is Jason. Just after you put the mask on. Next up, we get Friday the 13th, Part 8, The New Blood. Feature-wise on here, we get an audio commentary by the director and actor Kane Hodder. We get a second commentary by director John Carbuschler, actors Lar Park Lincoln and Kane Hodder. Jason's the story of the making of Friday the 13th, Part 7. Slash scenes, Mind Over Matter, The Truth About Telekinesis. Makeover by Maddie, Need a Little Touch Up My, Teach Up Work My Ass. Theatrical trailer and still gallery. And again, we don't have any type of new, like, alternate, like switch or uncover, but we do have artwork on the inside, and I will show that to you right here. One of the big scenes where a character is just about to get killed. It gets followed up with the last in the classic Paramount series of Friday the 13th, and that is Jason Takes Manhattan. It's a film. It's okay. Audio commentary with director Rob Hedden. Audio commentary with actors Scott Reeves, Jensen Daggett, and Kane Hodder. New York has a new problem with making Friday the 13th Part 8 is actually really good. Slash scenes, gag reel, theatrical trailers, and still gallery, and has for on the inside. What artwork did he use for that? Well, Jason, right there by that hockey mask. Billboard, which of course they're going to use. We get now into the New Line Jasons, or when it all went very, very wrong. And we start off with a new 2K scan of the Inner Positive, as well as a new audio commentary by director Adam Marcus and author Peter Brack. We get new interviews with Adam Marcus and actor Kane Hodder, additional TV footage of the film. For the film, new optional audio commentaries with Adam Marcus and Peter Brack, audio commentary with Adam Marcus and screenwriter Dean Lurie, and theatrical trailer. Initially, when this came out, there was some scenes that were missing out of here, a couple of gore scenes that they quickly replaced them. So what I have here is the replaced versions of this, by the way, just in case you're wondering. That's the same with Part 3. Had one sequence on it that wasn't done with there wasn't like a 3D authorized as well, like the credits, so they changed that one, and there's something in Jason X as well. And there you can see there it's not a big difference, but there is a difference there. And of course you can tell right there already that the back is different again. So that is another alternate artwork that we have for the for this one right here. That gets followed up by Todd Farmer's Jason X. Well, not just Todd Farmer. It's directed by Jim Isaac, but Farmer wrote it. And here we get new interviews with Sean S. Cunningham, Noel Cunningham, Kane Hodder. Well, he is Jason. Christy Angus, audio commentary with director Jim Isaac, writer Todd Farmer, and Noel Cunningham. The Many Lives of Jason Voorhees, a documentary on the history of Jason, by any means necessary. The Making of Jason X, and theatrical trailer. I really think that this one is an underrated, fun little film. This is the artwork here. Evil gets an upgrade. You can see the back artwork. The girl from Andromeda. And we can see the very slightly different artwork here with a different back. So there you go. This is growing on me. I said earlier that this was not one that I liked very much, and that's true. But it's a fan favorite. It's growing on me because it's a lot of fun. But if you're a Jason fan, there's a lot to not like about this film. Feature-wise, this is all the stuff that was included on the original disc. There is nothing new put on here. As for like, do we get alternate artwork? We do, and actually, it's really good alternate artwork. So here is the artwork right here, and here is the alternate right there. Almost looks like they're going to hold hands, but I kind of dig it. I like the way that it was done, and I really appreciate the fact that we did get, although they couldn't put us any new features on here, I'm thinking that's a New Line thing, we did actually get some cool stuff on there. We followed this up with Friday the 13th, the Platinum Dunes remake, well, not remake, or kind of reimagining, whatever, of the franchise, and feature-wise, we get the theatrical and the extended cut. Unrated cuts, so you're going to get the killer cut on here as well. Hacking back and slashing forward, terror trivia track with picture-in-picture, the 7 best kills, the rebirth of Jason Voorhees slash scenes, and do we get alternate artwork on the inside? Yes, in fact, we do. So here's the artwork right here. And here's the alternate artwork right here. And if you would normally think that this is like the end of it. So as you can see, this is the killer cut disc that came out, so there's really no new features on here at all. It's literally the killer cut disc that was put out before, but no, there is actually more on here. And special feature wise, this is insane. We get Friday the 13th collection bonus material, and this is not one disc, it is actually 2 discs, and I actually love that. Let's see the Adrian King in the background. Special feature-wise, we get interviews with Harry Manfredini, new location featurette, Return to Crystal Lake, making Friday the 13th, the Friday the 13th Chronicles, slasher secrets galore, behind the gore. Get a documentary, Slice and Dice, the slasher film forever. We get a second documentary called Scream Queens, Horror Heroines Exposed, Crystal Lake Memories, Victims Tell All, Tales from the Cutting Room Floor, Friday Artifacts and Collectibles, and Jason Forever. So there's a ton of stuff on here. You also get along with this a book to go with the Friday 13th one, and this book here goes 54 pages, 56 if you include the cover. And again, it's an incredible write-up that is done by Michael Gingold again. And there is some amazing pictures in here and cool little things to see, including right there. So with that being said, which set gets the vote? Which set gets the win? Which set is better than the other set? Because remember, this is being done based mostly on the set, the aesthetics, and not the films that are included therein. If it was just the films that were included therein, well, it would be a little bit harder, to be honest with you. But probably not for me, but for a lot of people, I think that it would be. But just going through this, if you're anything like me and you're wondering which one of these is the better set, well, let's get them both up right here. Maybe this will be my thumbnail, who knows? And the Halloween set is an amazing accomplishment that I never thought was going to get done, and I'm so lucky and stoked to have this set and would never trade this in. But it's obvious that they learned a lot from the original set. This has the pretty much the, what's the word I'm looking for? It has the luxury of coming out after Scream Factory had done a lot more stuff, and it shows. This set is definitely a killer set, and is the, if you like Friday 13th especially, it definitely does everything right. It is, for me, the set out of the two. I would not want to have to choose and say, okay, I have to choose one over the other. But as for versus, as in like feature wise, as in like the aesthetics of the set, as in how good the artwork on the set represents the stuff that's inside it, Jason wins with that. Friday 13th set represents all the artwork. Well, all the films where on the artwork on the Halloween set just really represents the first film, and it kind of makes you think that they think a lot of the first film and not so much of the other ones. It's what's highlighted. On the Friday the 13th set, all the films are highlighted. You can see stuff from all of the Friday 13th films, especially the Paramount ones on the mural there. But not just those, but just some amazing stuff from the different films, and it's extremely well done. Feature-wise, they both have incredible features. There are some great features on the Halloween set stuff that I'm very, very glad to have, and they do have some cool extra cuts and TV versions of the films, and some great like audio options on there. But at the end of the day, Friday the 13th comes up with 2 extra discs of bonus features, including 2 documentaries as well. And if you want to listen to the music videos from Friday the 13th, like Man Behind the Mask and stuff like that, there's features on those, and you can watch those as well. Because yes, there are some Easter eggs. But either way, those are 2 fantastic sets, and 9 chances out of 10, you're probably going to be watching either one of those franchises, or at least one film out of each of those franchises, over the month of Halloween. So this has been a very special Versus episode for the Call to Cinema. I am Aaron. Have a great day. Don't eat too much candy. Well, unless you got a day off work, you can just binge it. It takes nothing to be kind, so be kind to others and be kind to yourself. And as always, right here in the Call to Cinema, there is another movie. I'll see you soon.